Hey, today I pick up at Too Good To Go again. Actually, I've been picking up so many times, probably like every other day in Tim Hortons, just because every time I visit the our local grocery store here, there's nothing much, a lot of pastries that my husband likes. Well, the reason why I always think about my husband and my son, just because like I'm not a big fan of sweet or pastries in the morning or for breakfast. I prefer savory food, like eggs, cheese, omelette, things like that. But anyway, so in our local store there's a lot of pastries, but it's like muffins and fruits, and my husband is not a big fan of muffins and cakes and fruits. He likes pastries, like croissant. Anyways, so I pick up a surprise box again. As I've said, I normally pick up every other day. It's just that whenever I pick up, my husband and my son would immediately eat it inside the car, so I wouldn't be able to take a video. But today I pick it up and my son is in daycare and my husband is at work, so I have the time to shoot a video and share to you what I got. So as I've said, these ones are like $4.99 if you visit the Too Good To Go. By the way, I'm here in Canada, so I don't know how much it is it in other countries and if it's available, but here in Canada it's $4.99. And yeah, so I'll show you what I got. Yeah, so I got I think the two at the bottom is honey dip. I think this one are sour cream glaze, and then I got some Timbits, the birthday cake, and the chocolate. So all of these are $4.99. I'm not really, like, I would say, very happy, just because there's not a lot of variety, because before I would get like probably literally different kinds. But I mean, like, I'm not sad or disappointed too, just because like it's just $4.99, and this is probably cost like definitely more than that. So yeah, I am still happy about that. And let me put that back. And today is me and my husband's 4th wedding anniversary, and as I've said, we're not a fan of cake, and cakes are so expensive. Probably you're gonna spend minimum of $20, and we're only like 3 adults and 1 kid at home. And my mother-in-law is not a big fan of cake. Me myself as well is not, and my son, I don't really encourage him. So it's pretty much just my husband who will be eating that. So I said to myself, you know what, I'm not gonna get any more cake. But although I was so tempted, because today we went to the grocery store and I saw a pistachio cake, but then I saw this. Let me hold on. I saw this in our local grocery store, and I was thinking of just like, putting like a number 4 later on when my husband arrives, so then we can have a little bit of a, how you call it, mini celebration with our son. And plus, although it's like, sweet, but at least just by looking at the fruits, at least somehow you kind of like think of it like, okay, it's a little bit healthier than the usual very sweet and chocolatey cake. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much all for today. And my mother-in-law got me like a crab. I'll show you. So she got me this. Excuse the mess in the fridge. It's not literally the the most organized, but I try to organize it and clean it as much as I can every week. But sometimes with the toddlerish stuff, I know it's not an excuse, but I try. Yeah, so I told my mother-in-law, like, we don't need to get you don't need to buy me crab, like it's so expensive. And she said, no, I want you to be happy. I know you like crabs. Well, I kind of feel embarrassed, just because, like, I mean, I like crabs, but it's not like I am desperate or like I'm craving for it. But of course, since she was like, I was really removing it in our shopping cart, but she was like, no. And I was like, okay. So I don't know, maybe the fact that it is frozen, but now we don't have space in the freezer. And I'm lazy to go down to the basement, because we have 2 freezers in the basement. But then, as I've said, I'm lazy to go down, so I decided to put it in the fridge. Having said that, that means it needs to be eaten because it's not in the freezer. So yeah, anyways, that's it. I'm gonna go start with my day, because I'm gonna go to work in the next next few hours, although I'm just working from home. But yeah, okay. Bye.